One day, on a tall tree branch, a crow sat crying bitterly, filled with despair and frustration. It felt its life was full of misery, no one loved it, everyone hated and shooed it away. No one even wanted to share food with it. In the crow's mind, death seemed like a better solution than living such a humiliating life. At that moment, a monk was meditating beneath the tree. A tear from the crow fell onto the monk's cheek. Looking up, he saw the crow weeping and gently asked why. Hearing the crow's sorrowful complaints, the monk felt pity and said, "Life is never perfect. Happiness comes from accepting and being content with your circumstances." But the crow couldn't understand those words. It still held envy and the desire to become another bird, one it believed was happier. Seeing this, the monk said, "If you truly want to change, I can help with a mantra. But first, go and ask the birds you admire whether they are truly happy." Excited by the chance to escape its miserable life, the crow flew off eagerly. It first sought out a swan and, seeing it swimming in a crystal-clear lake, exclaimed, "You are so beautiful. Your white feathers shine like milk. Everyone loves you. You must be the happiest bird in the world." But the swan shook its head. "No, my friend. I feel incomplete. There are so many colorful birds, yet I am plain white. I believe the parrot must be the happiest bird." So the crow continued on to find the parrot. Upon meeting it, the crow said, "You are so vibrant. Your bright colors must make everyone love you. Surely you are the happiest?" The parrot replied sadly, "I used to think so, but I'm always trapped in a cage. People love me, but they keep me imprisoned. I live in constant fear and lack freedom. I think the peacock is the happiest of all." The crow then went in search of the peacock and found it in a zoo, surrounded by hundreds of people admiring its beauty. After the crowd left, the crow approached and asked, "You're so beautiful, surely you're the happiest?" The peacock sighed, "I used to believe that. But because of my beauty, I'm trapped here. People even pluck my feathers for decoration. I'm in pain, I've lost my freedom, and I always wish I could be like you, a crow, free to fly in the sky." Shocked by the peacock's words, the crow was speechless. It had never imagined such a magnificent bird could be unhappy. It asked, "Then who do you think is the happiest bird in the world?" The peacock answered gently, "I've observed this zoo closely and realized that only the crows are not caged. People don't try to catch or confine you. You are free to roam wherever you wish. If I could choose, I would want to be a crow, living freely out there." For the first time in its life, the crow was silent. It had never thought that anyone would want to be like it. Slowly, it flew back to the monk. When it arrived, there were no more tears, no more self-hatred, only a bright gaze and a peaceful smile. Bowing its head, the crow said, "Master, I understand now. I no longer want to be anyone else. I want to continue being myself, a free crow." The monk smiled kindly and said, "That's good. You finally realized happiness doesn't come from becoming someone else, but from appreciating who you already are." The lesson from this story is clear. In life, we often compare ourselves to others and feel miserable about what we lack. But the truth is, everyone has their own hidden struggles. If we keep comparing, we'll never be happy. The one who is content with their present is the happiest person in the world. When the crow heard that it was the peacock's wish to be like it, to have the freedom no other bird had, it felt awakened. It had flown far and wide, longing to become someone else, but finally realized that its true worth was in being itself. It rushed back to the monk, no longer burdened with tears or bitterness, only peace and understanding. When it met the monk again, the crow spoke with newfound conviction, "Master, I no longer want to be anyone else. I now understand that every creature has its own burden. I cherish who I am and the freedom I have." The monk nodded with a gentle smile, "Very good. When you learn to be content with what you have, you will find true peace and happiness." The crow's journey is a valuable lesson for us all. In life, people often fall into the trap of comparison, thinking others are luckier, more beautiful, richer, or happier. But we forget that everyone has unseen struggles. It is this constant comparison that creates dissatisfaction and unhappiness. Instead of focusing on what we don't have, we should learn to appreciate what we do have, no matter how small. Happiness doesn't come from becoming someone else or achieving grand things, but from a sense of inner fulfillment. Those who know contentment are the richest and happiest people in the world. So don't compare yourself to anyone. Live as your true self, unique, free, and worthy. When you accept who you truly are, that's when happiness begins to bloom from within. From the crow story, we draw a deep lesson about happiness and comparison. In life, we often fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others. We see others as richer, prettier, or more successful, and blame ourselves, feeling inferior and unhappy. Yet we don't know the pain others may hide behind their glamour. Comparison leads only to a cycle of suffering. The more we compare, the more dissatisfied we become. The more dissatisfied we are, the more we lose our inner peace. And even with many achievements, we still feel it's not enough. On the other hand, those who are content with what they have, no matter how little, are truly happy. They don't need to be better than anyone. They simply live authentically, grateful for the little things around them. Accepting yourself doesn't mean giving up. It means not denying your current worth. Everyone has their own path, their own purpose. If you keep following others' footsteps, you'll lose your own way. Happiness isn't about becoming someone else, it's about cherishing who you already are, with everything you've been given.